We start with breaking news. Las Vegas Metro Police wrapping up a press conference detailing an investigation into what they are calling a terrorism event. It all started around 10 a.m. Thursday. Boulder City Police got a call about a car ramming into an LA Department of Water and Power facility near Boulder City. This is video of that incident. You see the car go right through the fence and eventually comes to a stop. The caller reported hearing gunshots and found the driver deceased. When officers got on scene, they quickly identified the driver as 23-year-old Dawson Maloney of Albany, New York. They say they found Maloney holding a shotgun, and there were multiple guns also found in the vehicle. Maloney had recently been reported missing out of New York. Here's what else Sheriff McMahill had to say about the suspect.
In coordination with the Albany Police Department, we learned that the suspect had recently been reported missing out of New York and that he had communicated with family members just prior to this incident. The suspect had made multiple statements referencing self-harm and alluding to committing an act that would place him, quote, on the news, unquote. In a message to his mother, the suspect referred to himself as a dead terrorist son and stated he felt he had an obligation to carry out his act.
A Las Vegas Metro counterterrorism has been working with the FBI in looking into the investigation and digging deeper into the suspect's background. We're also learning more about how investigators were able to track the suspect all the way from Albany to here in Nevada. But right now, we want to send things over to Mary Keeler, who is live in Boulder City near the facility where this all happened. Mary.
Yeah, Shelley, thank you. I'm going to give you a look here. There are visible signs here along this fence that a car did ram into it. You can tell right away as we push in here that there is caution tape left behind. There are parts of the fence that are bent, and there are cones seemingly marking a path of where that car could have gone. This is a power switching station here just outside Boulder City, owned by the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. Now, Metro Police sharing that video of the rental car driven by the suspect, giving us a look at the crash into the fence before he shot himself. Sheriff Kevin McMahill says this station transfers power from here in Nevada to the LA Basin, and that they're working with the company to learn more.
It is a power facility that works closely with Hoover Dam, and the power is a transfer facility so that a large portion of the power that comes from here is transferred to the LA Basin for power. That's really the extent of what I know about it now. We're working with the company to better understand that, but it's not uncommon for these large solar fields in Nevada to power other states.
Channel 13 did reach out to the company in Los Angeles to ask them for more information on this and how they're responding to this incident that is still very much under an active investigation. We have not yet heard back from them, but we'll continue to update you once we do. But for right now, we want to send it to our guy Tannenbaum, who is in Boulder City right now. For now, I'm live just south of there. Mary Keeler, Channel 13 News.
Well, Mary, we're here in downtown Boulder City at the El Rancho Boulder Motel, where Sheriff McMahill confirmed that the suspect stayed here before driving to that power station just south of here. Now, Boulder City is a very, very quiet town, and right now it's no different. However, we were told a very different story overnight when we actually got a call at the newsroom about a massive police presence here at the El Rancho Boulder Motel overnight. We didn't really know exactly what was going on, but when we got here earlier this afternoon, I'm going to step aside, we saw hotel staff clearing out this room behind me, which we now know is the suspect's room. Here's some brief video we got while that was going on just about an hour or so ago. I actually watched Metro's press conference with the manager of the El Rancho, who up until that point had no idea that the suspect stayed here or what that big police presence last night was even about. He didn't want to go on camera, but told me he was just as shocked as anyone that this happened, let alone the fact that the suspect stayed here. Now, we did talk to the folks staying in the room next door who were just as shocked too.
We were just sitting over here smoking a cigarette and everything, and had the door cracked and everything. My girlfriend was in the door, like we're right next to him and everything. He had his hoodie on and just ran up and looked really sketchy, and there was just something off about him, you know what I mean?
Tell me they saw all the police here last night, and there were a lot of undercover vehicles, undercover officers with masks, but they had no idea what all that was about. And same deal with the staff here. They just had no idea until we found out from Metro Sheriff Kevin McMahill. Finding out was connected to this whole investigation definitely threw them for a loop. Again, if you're not familiar with Boulder City, the El Rancho Boulder is right on Nevada Way, which is basically the main drag here in Boulder City. There are a lot of different motels right lining along here Nevada Way, which again is the main drag in Boulder City. It's a very, very quiet town. People here telling me they are very surprised to learn that all this is happening here and about 20 miles south of here. We have a lot more information that we're continuing to learn as the investigation continues to unfold. So we've got you covered with team coverage all throughout the afternoon and evening right here on Channel 13. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Reporting live in Boulder City, I'm Guy Tonnen.